Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a review on a new knife that I just picked up. This is the Kershaw RJ1. I haven't really seen a lot of reviews on YouTube about it, so I was kind of weary about picking it up. I normally like to take to see other people's opinions on the products before I do, but sometimes if the price is right and it's a product that has a good backing behind it, I don't mind spending a little money on it to find out for myself, and that's pretty much what I did with this knife. So obviously here you can see it comes in the standard Kershaw box, and this is the model number and model name RJ1 1985. Now I believe they do make two models of this one, the RJ1 and the RJ2. The RJ1 being the smaller version, and then the RJ2 I believe it's just has a bigger blade and bigger hand, or a longer blade and a longer handle. That's pretty much the only difference. So let me go ahead and open this up so you guys can see what it looks like. And go, comes in the plastic, and there it is. At first glance, the knife looks really cool. It's got these three-dimensional machine G10 handles, and I really like it. The G10 is obviously very grippy, but just the 3D effect that they did on the handle there, these kind of line cutouts, and then the vertical and horizontal cutouts, they make it they give you a lot of good texture on it, and you're able to get really good purchase on the handle itself. So when you activate the blade, it's not going to come out of your hands or anything like that. So let me go ahead and show you guys. Obviously, you guys have the flipper right here, and it's a very generous flipper. It's low profile, but it sticks out just enough to where you don't have to exert too much pressure on it to open up the blade. And then it does have the dual thumb studs as well. A little bit of a cutout so you can access the thumb stud, but not too much because it does have the flipper option as well. You have a lanyard hole in the back here. It's a tad on the smaller side. Maybe some gutted 550 cord will go through there. But it's really it's nicely situated towards the top up here. It's out of the way and stuff like that, so I kind of like that. You have a backspacer right here. It goes all the way, almost the whole length of the blade itself. And then you got your very low ride pocket clip on this side. It's a pretty nice pocket clip. Very nice retention. It's a little tight, and with the G10, it might start to kind of eat away at your pants. So I would kind of work that out, maybe bend it out a little bit because it is very tight, but it is very low ride. As you can see, pretty much that's as much as you're going to see coming out of your pants. It is tip up and tip down carry, but only for right hand. So unfortunately, you cannot swap the pocket clip to the left hand. So I'm sorry, lefties, for that. And which kind of makes me wonder why they would put a thumb stud on the other side if if you're not going to open it left-handed. But again, to each their own. So opening up the blade, I'm going to use the flipper there. And as you can see, it does have the speed safe opening, which is really cool. A lot of the kind of budgeted Kershaw knives that have been coming out lately have been incorporating that speed safe, which is really nice. The blade is 3.5 inches, so it's a great EDC length. And as you guys can see, it has a really nice belly right there, which is really good for for slashing and for cutting and things like that. And it also has a gradual tanto tip. Now, because of the fact that it's not as aggressive, what that does is it adds a little bit more heft to the front of it, so it's a really good piercing blade. So if you're gonna look for something that's gonna double as maybe a self-defense weapon, something like this would be really nice because you have the belly so you can slash, but you have the nice aggressive tip, and it's very pointy so you can stab as well. And because it is thicker towards the end, you don't have the worry that it's going to break or anything like that. So that's always really nice. The overall length of the knife itself is 8 1/8 inches. So it's got some really good length to it. As you guys can see, it fits completely in my hand. I get really good purchase on it. The flipper actually comes down here and becomes a finger guard, which is really nice. You're not going to slip up on it. There is no jimping on the top of the blade. So to those that like it, unfortunately there isn't. There's a slight thumb ramp on it, but no jimping whatsoever. It is a liner lock, as you guys can see right there. So the liner, it's pretty good. It engages really nice. Mine was not completely centered, as you guys can see there, but honestly, to me, it doesn't make that much of a difference, and I'm pretty sure I could adjust the pivot screw and fix that. So for a $35 knife, it's you know, you get what you paid for basically. The weight on the knife is 4.4 ounces, so it's not the lightest knife, but it does you know, it does have really nice heft to it. So in other words, the 4.4 ounces makes it really good because it feels a lot sturdier in your hand, you know, so that weight is going to get use. The blade material is actually 8CR13 MOV stainless steel, and you know, obviously that's, you know, what they've been using for their kind of more budgeted Kershaw knives. So by way of comparison, I'm going to roll in my Spyderco Tenacious here, just because I kind of feel that the Tenacious is, or the RJ1 is going to fit the same role that the Tenacious will, as far as just your everyday EDC knife. You know, obviously a lot of people know the size of the Tenacious, and because there isn't a lot of videos on the RJ1, you know, I'm not going to, you know, put a knife that not a lot of people know. So there it is. Blade length is very similar. The RJ1 is a little longer in the handle length, but for the most part, you know, it's you know, you could see it's pretty much more of a medium EDC knife, I would consider it. Blade thickness in comparison to Tenacious is very, very similar, as you can see there. All right, it's a very nice knife. I mean, for the money, you get a lot. I really enjoy that very low right pocket clip there, and it just has, you know, it kind of, you know, grips really, really nice in your hands. The only thing I would wish is that it would have a you know, a little bit of jimping right up here besides just a thumb ramp, just because it gives me that little bit more sense of security on there. So again, this is the Kershaw RJ1. And I didn't get a chance to take a look at the RJ2 yet, but like I said, I believe it's pretty much the same knife, just a little bit longer handle and blade. So if you guys are interested in something to pick up for EDC purposes, I think this would be a great knife to do. Alright guys, thanks.